Good morning, everyone. Not morning where you're at? That's okay, because you can have eggs for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Welcome to episode 39 of Three Eggs Are Better Than One. I am Brad Stanton, along with fellow eggs Matt M. and Brian Haremza. Hey, we really appreciate you guys last week listening to our not questions, not questions at all, because it was quotes. Matt did something different, and we're all real happy about it. He thought he laid an egg. The egg came out just fine. If you're new to the show, what we do is we have what's called Sunny Side Up. It's our good news of the week. So this week, our good news starts with Matt. Matt, what is your Sunny Side Up?
My good news is now, as we record, it hasn't happened yet, but I
No?
know, but I know it's going to be great. And by the time you listen to this, it will have already happened, hopefully twice. I will
Wow.
be, I will be visiting Buc-ee's.
Oh,
Yes, that's right. Buc-ee's. What is Buc-ee's? It's a very popular travel stop in the South that originated in Texas and has been expanding. And they are nowhere near my Northeast area, but we happen to be traveling. And there's one that opened 30 days ago, and it is on the way to our destination. And I could not be more excited. I have been to one prior. If you have no idea what it is, it's a large convenience store type of place. They've got fresh food that they're always making there, all kinds of great meat, smoked meat, and stuff like that. And it's 24 hours. So if you go in there in the morning, you get breakfast sandwiches, lunch at lunchtime, dinner at dinner time, food all around. They do sell alcohol. They sell other food and drink. They have their own branded stuff. A lot of things. It's all great. Plus, it's like a shopping center too, where you can get like clothing and outdoor gear and toys and decorations for your home. And it's all amazing. And they have the cleanest bathrooms you've ever seen.
That is a must. Now, what is your order? What are you going to have? Is it
I don't
something the same every
know. I'm
time?
going to be overwhelmed. It's going to be one of those, I'm going to have to choose between stuff. And I don't, maybe I get two things. Ah, I don't
I
know.
would say get something different on the way there than on the way back.
Yeah. So, of course, I'll plan on hitting it in both directions. And it'll probably be a different time of day, maybe ish. So we'll see. We'll see. That could be, I could report back on that. Now, have
Yeah, I had a
either of
friend that
you
I've never been.
never been?
No,
Never
I got
been.
a thing of mints from there from a friend.
Yeah.
And I have a friend that went there twice and had the brisket sandwich both times and texted me both times that he got the brisket sandwich, and I've never
Yeah.
had anything.
Yeah. The briskets, that's one of their top. I definitely had I was in the vicinity of one once for several days, so I went a bunch of times. And their breakfast sandwiches, they do like the breakfast sandwich where like they put like the whole breakfast inside the wrap. Oh, oh.
Man, I'm starving. I just ate.
Bryant, have you been?
I have been to Bucky's. I've been a couple times. I had the trips to Dallas for WrestleMania, so naturally Bucky's is on the list. You got to stop there, and I can't sell enough how just overwhelming it is to be in there. The amount of stuff. It's not a convenience store. You could almost call it a department store with the shopping you
Yeah.
can do in there. I mean, amazing. Love
I,
it. Wish I had one closer.
yeah. It's almost kind of like, in a way, it's like kind of cool that it's hard to get to for me because if it was just always there, I don't know if would the bloom come off the rose? I don't know. I don't know. I did forget to mention, they generally have like over 100 gas pumps. So the one that I've been to and the one I plan to go to have 120 gas pumps. I mean, how could there possibly be a need for that many vehicles to need gas at the same time? That's crazy. And the one that I'm going to is 20,000 square foot bigger than the one that I've already been to, which I thought was
Jesus.
massive.
Hmm. Well, I mean, I don't
Sunny
even come
side up.
across what else you're doing on vacation. It sounds like Bucky's is the only real stop I would need to make.
He's
The only
spending
thing
the
you're
whole
going to hear about.
spending the whole vacation at Bucky's. Yes.
I think you could do it. All right. Well, my good news is I knocked on my daughter Lotus's door the other day, and she said, "Come in." And I said, "What are you doing?" She was putting together a desk. My 18-year-old daughter got a desk from IKEA, and she was putting it together herself. And I said, "You're doing that yourself?" And she said, "Yeah." She goes, "And I'm about done." I go, "You just knew how to do this?" She goes, "Well, I followed the directions." and I watched the YouTube video ahead of time. I, I was like, hell yeah, very good. I'm very impressed. It just surprises you sometimes. Just to take the initiative to do it yourself instead of just asking for it to get done. So I was very happy for her. I just said, all right, carry on, and then it's done. Sad part of this is that as you hear this, she'll be back at school. She's she's back for her fall semester, but been nice having her here, and I will miss her. But yeah, what a go getter.
That was awesome. I mean, it's also just, they gotta have that self-sufficiency sooner or later. Can't rely on dad to help all the time.
Yeah, or mom, because dad sucks at all that stuff.
I wonder how she is with Wi-Fi.
There it is. There it is.
All right. So that's all I got. So Bryant.
So my sunny side up is kind of a story in of itself here. Mom calls me the other day, tells me a man is at her home telling her she needs a new roof. And naturally, I know she doesn't, but this guy's got pictures. He got up on my roof even. And I said, did you let him on the roof? She's like, yes. And I go, first of all, bad move. So my sunny side up this week is stopping scammers from scamming old women into buying new roofs. And yes, I called my mom an old woman because I understand you have a business, but man, like, come on, what are you doing? Like, you didn't think that she'd have someone to call to come over because, I go over, I see the pictures and I go, great, I'm going to go on the roof and compare. And the guy's trying to tell me, no, don't do that. I did it already. I'm like, no, I'm going to go up there. And naturally, the roof is fine. There's one, we got one broken shingle. That's about it. So in my mind, I'm like, roof's still holding up pretty well. But my sunny side up is, stopping scammers from trying to scam people into things that, first of all, I can't afford, yet, don't really need either.
So I know these people you're speaking of.
I was about to say, Brad's very familiar.
My wife puts us on the do not solicit list, and these guys do not care. They come to the house, and listen, I'm a salesman, so I know when I'm being sold.
Exactly.
And he'll say, hello, Mr. Stanton. I just wanted to let you know that I was talking to Lou down the street, and we're going to be doing work at his house on Friday. Oh, are you? Okay. And he does first and last names. And then he tells me about how bad my windows are, how bad my siding is, and all that. Get out. She made an appointment once, though. And then, it was quickly canceled. There'll be no one coming, walking door to door and freaking doing work at my house. No, out. Those guys are the worst.
Exactly. And again, same thing. We're working on Mary's house down the street. And I go, we don't have a Mary down the street. I don't know who you're talking about.
What's next in the script, jackass?
Yeah. And I
got one of those too.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. I told my mom the same thing. I was like, most of those lines he's used, I use in my business as well. It's just, when you're getting the lines read to you. So it's just funny to me to see this happen.
What can I do to put you in a car today, huh? Yeah.
There it is.
I'm not saying it. And I know when I'm being sold. So thumbs down.
Exactly.
So when they say that Mary lives down the street from Bryant, I mean, that's like 14 miles, right?
Could be.
It's like the next closest residence.
Yep.
Wow.
So.
Anything? Are you good, Matt?
Yeah, I've made my cracks.
Okay. So let's get into the hard-boiled. And I'll tell you what I'm not going to be hard-boiled about. I'm not going to be hard-boiled about the WWE PLEs going to ESPN because we don't have all the information quite yet. Okay, so let's not be hard-boiled about that yet. Let's just move on, even though it's been the only thing I've talked about today. I all of a sudden, I'm on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. I look at Facebook, and I have 4 or 5 people that accepted friend requests from me. I'm like, what is this? I don't even know who these people are. Is there a button that I hit at all? All right, because I have friends, I have people left and right now accepting my friend request. I'm not interested in really any new friends. Okay, listen, I mean, I know Facebook's a little like casual with what your friendship is, but if I don't know who you are, even if we have 2 common friends, I don't want to be friends with you. And I know I'm the one that did it, but have some standards. Have some standards. You don't know me. I don't know you. Decline me. I know I'm the problem. I was the instigator in this, but it was an accident. And I didn't ask to be your friend. I didn't want to be your friend, but I guess I asked to. Well, you're not my friend anymore. Unfriend. All right. So last night we took my daughter out for her 21st birthday. And she was so the night before, she texted me that she has 102.6 degree temperature. And she shows me the thermometer. And, well, this isn't good. I guess we're not going to go out tomorrow night. Next day, she kind of sleeps it off and everything like that. And says where she's good enough to go out because I mean it was going to be tough to get everybody together again. Lotus going back to school. We had her mom, Deb's her stepmom. Like a lot of people were involved. So she went. One sip of the zombie and she was out. She's like, this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. I mean, it's only a $9 drink, huh? This is terrible. So she didn't like it. How about today? The freaking girl has COVID. Not only not
Oh,
only did she not like drink, didn't want to drink it, she didn't really want to go, she did what she had to do. She sucked it up. She seemed okay. Her and Lotus shared a plate. So that's great. Lotus
Oh,
school in a couple
oh,
days. Yeah, COVID. And she actually tested herself the day before, but then she went to urgent care and got the real test. COVID.
wow.
Damn.
Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I thought it was over. I thought that was
no, it is still a very much a thing. Yeah,
Yeah, I know it is. I've still never tested positive for it.
you
but
were
you
very
had.
you were very lucky then. Oh,
I'm not saying I never had it. I'm saying I
No,
never tested positive for it.
I tested twice, but that's
Yeah.
yeah. So who knows? We'll see in a
That's
couple
crummy
days.
timing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
here's the thing too. She's calling out of work. Now she's 21. They know she's turning
Yeah.
21. She's calling out of work the day of her
Yeah,
21st
what'd you
birthday, and the
do?
next day
Yeah,
she's gonna have to show them that test. The HIPAA
21
laws aren't going to
shots.
apply today.
Oh man.
And by the way, she works with me. Um. All right. Finally, finally, roof related, Bryant. You know how I got my roof done, right? Well, guess what? I got a cancellation notice from my insurance company because they said I didn't replace the roof. Now, here's the best part. I have a claim in with them right now because a tree fell on the roof after I got the roof done. So I had sent pictures immediately after, and I also had the roofing company send pictures. So I'm out. I'm not gonna. Hey, did you get them? Hey, did you get them? Well, they said they didn't get them. Then we sent them again. They said, oh, we can't open. I can't know they zip pictures or anything like that. We can't do that. Boy, I'll tell you what. For a group of assholes that got on my roof with a bunch of drones and did like a scientific study of my roof to make sure I needed it, all of a sudden I get it done and you can't figure out how to open a freaking file. Ah, yeah, great. So, jackasses. Okay. Again, that's the second time I've used that word. But you went out of your way to tell me I needed a roof. I've given you all the proof you need. And now you're canceling me because I didn't do it. Yeah. Where are the drones now? Where are the drones now? So I got my agent involved. I actually have an agent. And thank God. I usually don't pay up for the agent because it feels like a middleman to me. But I sent him the pictures and he was able to get them, talk to someone and get it handled because they weren't listening to me and they weren't listening to my wife. Hard boiled.
Oh man. I mean, your life sometimes. I mean, I just
Yeah.
keep making notes and I mean, social media. What a is there you know how there's a stepping stone? You have tripping stones.
yeah.
Social
I want to know
media-
how many. I want to know how many people you drunk friend request now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I kept 3 of them,
Yeah.
but the rest of them, like, no,
Oh man.
No.
I'm not. I'm gonna lose friends. I don't want to gain anymore.
Exactly. I get that.
I don't think you'll have any trouble losing them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And another thing, a roof trouble is a real running theme here on the Egg Show.
Yeah.
It's like grown-ups too.
There it is.
Did you say grown-ups too, or grown-ups as well?
We'll never know.
No, we won't. Oh, well, thanks guys for letting me listen, or thanks for listening to me vent. But that brings us to Matt M's topic. It's egg beaters. I don't even know what that is, Matt.
Oh, Egg Beaters is wrestling reactions.
Oh,
And let me guess, Brad wants me to recount my SummerSlam weekend experience.
well, you were there.
I was there,
Wow.
and it was I actually had wrestling action 4 evenings in a row. On Thursday night, so there was a SummerSlam is the WWE's second biggest event of the year. It is now a 2-day event, Saturday and Sunday. It was held at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where the Giants and the Jets play. So it's a giant football stadium. and I live near there, as I've mentioned before. And a lot of superstars were in the area doing appearances. Now, I'm not really an appearance guy. I have no experience really doing this sort of thing. I'm not a meet and greet guy. I'm not a autographs guy, a memorabilia guy too much.
What kind of guy are
But
you?
what's that?
What kind of guy are you
I'm a
then?
viewer. So WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton, the wonderful Tiffany Stratton, was making an appearance at a liquor store nearby that is very close to where I live and live my life. And it was a day I was working away from home, and it was a horrible rainstorm, and I managed to make it home just in time. I didn't think I was even go, but my friend texted me. He had been waiting online with his son, and he was like, we're basically the end of the line. There's still time left, and like, there's nobody else here. You might as well just come. I showed up. I waited in line for 5 minutes, took a picture with Tiffy, got her. I don't know if Brian's living. I got her autograph here. There's a visual on, and maybe it's not coming through. And they were promoting the Seagram spiked drinks, which that turned out to be the promotion during her match. And I bought a can of it, and she signed it. It was cool. I talked to her for a brief moment, and it took 5 minutes. It was great. That was Thursday. On Friday, I went to a live podcast taping for Matt Hardy's podcast. Yes, that Matt Hardy of the Hardy Boys. It's called The Extreme Life of Matt Hardy, hosted by John Alba, who we all here know from our wrestling ad-free shows community. I got to talk to John a little bit, got to shake Matt Hardy's hand. It was a very intimate show. There was a GCW show happening concurrently, which was strange. Did not attend. So that was Friday night. So two pretty basic things. Saturday, night one of the event, I brought my son, who is not really a great big wrestling fan. I did bring him to a house show, which is a non-televised event a few years ago when he was young, and it went okay. This time we were with a small group of my friends and their kids are my son's friends. So he had some companions, and the grown-ups had some companions. And it was beautiful weather. We've had such extreme, terrible weather lately with extreme heat and extreme rain. And this was kind of like both days were like 80 degrees. So it turned out to be really beautiful. Had okay seats with my son, and we were sitting near some friends. And we had a lot of fun on the first night. My son's favorite match involved YouTube superstar / wrestler Logan Paul defeating music sensation Jelly Roll. He's probably the only person who wasn't rooting for Jelly Roll, which was funny.
That's awesome.
We love CM Punk. He was the main event, won the world title, and then his nemesis Seth Rollins cashed in his free championship match called the Money in the Bank briefcase and ruined the fun. And we went home sad. But
You were heartbroken.
What's that?
You were heartbroken.
My heart was broken. Night two, I went back with some friends. My son was not there this time. Had a lot of fun that time. Had a much better seat. I was actually on camera a lot during the TLC match, the tables, ladders, and chairs match, because the camera was pulled way back so that you could see the titles hanging, and you could see the lip of the 100s level, field level, where I was sitting. So that was another fun time. These shows are big spectacles. I love Becky Lynch. I thought her match was great, very entertaining. The main event was very long, but I thought very good. That was John Cena and Cody Rhodes reclaiming his title. And yes, I predicted the return of the beast, Brock Lesnar. I think my favorite moment of the weekend was how I had earlier in the night texted that to a few people, including fellow eggs. And after it came true, Brad was like, "How on earth did you know that? You never know anything."
You don't.
Which made
You
me
never
laugh.
know anything.
Which made me laugh.
You're always the one asking the questions. So it's like,
You don't read dirt sheets. You don't read gossip. You don't know.
are you secretly friends with Brock Lesnar?
I don't know what came. I don't know what came to me, but I just felt
He's
like
been around in a year and a half.
I and of course he's not in good favor in the news. And I just felt like if Cena was gonna if Cody was gonna win back the title, Cena was gonna need something else big, or else who was gonna care the rest of his final year? And
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
I guess this is the next step. So I tried to truncate that whole story, but it was fun. It was a lot. Um, it was a lot. This is kind of, I think, my WrestleMania now. I don't think they're going to hold WrestleManias here. I don't think they're going to hold them outdoors in the Northeast anymore. I don't think New York City area is going to pony up money to host when they don't have to because they're New York. So this is probably the best we're going to get.
Yeah.
At the end of the second night's post-show press conference thing, Triple H said something like, "We'll be back very soon." Now, he's just blowing smoke? Maybe. A lot of the major events that quite possibly could be held there are kind of already accounted for over the next couple months and years. So I don't know if he was really getting at anything truthful there. But it was a lot of fun, and my son had a lot of fun. Probably a better time than I was expecting. I kind of actually bought his ticket last minute. It was kind of on a whim. So,
Well, that was good because I didn't think you were going at all.
well, I did not really. I honestly had every intention of going, but I did not buy tickets in advance.
Good, because you probably got them a lot cheaper because of it.
Yeah, I mean, a little. I definitely didn't overpay for where I sat.
That's
You,
good.
you didn't pay yellow shirt guy prices, is what you're saying.
Woo-wee!
Did not pay yellow shirt guy prices. Did you? How about that whole front row was there 4 days in a row? SmackDown, 2 nights of SummerSlam and Raw.
Did he
Yeah.
do the On Location? Can I ask, or do you know?
My friend, no.
Yeah, okay, because that's what a lot of that is that On Location.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You buy the tickets. It gives you the 4-day pass.
Those people paid like 50 grand to get what you saw, sitting in the front 4 days in a row, all the thing and all the stuff that comes with it. The lanyard, and maybe they meet a wrestler and they take home the chairs, and they seriously pay like
$1,000,000,000.
thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you went.
And sometimes Logan Paul mentions you in his promo on SmackDown.
True.
Which is what he did with Green Shirt Guy.
Yep.
Well, great job, man. I'm glad you went. Yeah, you don't, these, you never know when you're going to go again, and it's good that you got to go. And it's as big of an event. It's WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble. They're as big as they come. So I'm glad you got to go.
And I think this is what you meant. Like, you never know when they're going to have that level of event again.
Yeah.
Right.
It could be 10 years before they have an event at Lincoln Financial again, or never.
Or never. I mean, I would say they are not going to do WrestleMania, like you said. Maybe a SummerSlam.
I bet SummerSlam would go to Philly.
Yeah,
it's still warmer.
Could be SummerSlam.
Yeah,
I don't think you're getting a Mania.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, SummerSlam's the same weather as you would have. You're
Yep.
probably going to be okay, but you never know. It's going to be hot, it could be raining, but it's not going to be cold.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, great. So now, I mean, this has been showing up on this outline an awful lot. It's bullshit eggs.
Wonder how it gets there.
I don't either, because it's really just an extension of me, of my hard boiled. But that gives you guys a chance to bitch too, right? So bullshit eggs. Let's go, Bryant.
Well, while Matt was enjoying the fun of SummerSlam at MetLife Stadium, I was in godforsaken Iowa at an event called Hinterland, and I'm calling bullshit eggs. Bullshit on this, and it's not the parking aspect that Matt has complained about before. It's how you could be a music festival, how you can have all of these people and have zero plan on how you exit the event. And now, don't get me wrong, this event literally has one road. It's one road. You come in, out, one road. You have shuttles, but you don't have enough shuttles to get everybody back. And then it's these parking lots converging onto this one road, and there's no one there to direct traffic. It's just free for all to get out. And how there weren't more wrecks, we were all stunned. How you could have thousands of people who sign up for a shuttle, and yet you only on the one night that the event sold out, you line up 5 buses to take. I think they said they had 4,000 people just for the shuttles, but you had no shuttle plan. And then admit later, yeah, we just didn't book enough. How do you not prepare? How are you a music festival that doesn't know how to plan, have police ready, or somebody to direct traffic, to direct the people out of the arena of the event? The just clusterfuck that it was angered me. And by the way, I did do the shuttle, and you'll be happy to know I stood on that shuttle line for 3 hours.
Oh.
What?
And by the way, the concert ended at midnight, which means I got on the shuttle at 3 a.m.
Come
And
on.
and when we left, the parking lots were still at least 3/4 full, with the line going at least a mile long.
I mean, now you want to camp.
Yeah. Well, at that point, you're better off just sleeping in your car and wait till morning. But at that point, you'd still be in line from the way it looked. Just a complete clusterfuck. There was no organization to it. Once you got inside, you had some semblance, but leaving was disorganized, completely shoddy. And as we're standing in line, I looked at Sue and I'm like, well, if we ever decide, she goes, no, we will never come back to this ever again. I don't care who's here.
Yeah.
So
don't blame her.
Bullshit on organization for your event.
How do these people get through life?
No idea. By the way, this was the 25th anniversary of this event. And I'm sitting here going, how'd you get this far with still people wanting to come?
Like, what happened on the first one? Man?
The first, yeah, like,
show up?
I mean, it's ridiculous. And again, when we left on the line in the one side was at least a mile long because we followed the cars lined up. And I'm just sitting there going, why would you, at this point, you're better off just staying. Like, just stay the night in your car at this point. So, yeah, that's my bullshit.
That is some bullshit. I mean, was there any comment from the organization afterwards?
Nope. Just thanked everybody for coming out. Thank you all for being here. Made it a great year. We'll do it all again next year. And I'm like, no.
I would still be on their case about getting money back or something.
Yeah.
I would be. That's how I operate.
Because
you can't do that. Can't do that to me.
How do you line up? Like I said, we did the shuttle, and the night before, you had, I think they said they had 12 buses lined up for the night before, but the day that sells out, the one day you knew sold out, you got half of it. Like, what are you doing? So, just ridiculous. It's a joke.
Bullshit.
100%.
So, back on Facebook, this has come, I've seen this now 4 times, and I didn't send a picture, Brian, for fear that these people might actually be real, even though I'm 99% sure they're not. So I didn't want to do that, but it's the Penn State University PSU page, which I, by the way, do not subscribe to. Okay. It says join next to it. So I don't even know why this is showing up. And it says, looking for a 4th roommate at the Rise at State College. Well, actually, Rise at State College, because there's an exclamation point for some reason. It's downtown and has all the amenities included. You would get your own private room and bathroom. Ava, Francesca, and Ava will be sophomores in the 2025 school year. The Rise is $16.69 a month plus electricity, which is around 30 to 40 months split between the 4 of us. If you're interested, reach out to us by Snapchat, FR or whatever. All right. Then they have pictures of themselves, and they're, you know what they are. They're complete knockouts, and they're all dressed for the occasion. Like, but they're posing like they're in a magazine. Okay. And there are 75 comments below of dudes that want to be the 4th. I'll be the 4th. Count me in. I'll be the 4th. Scam. This is the 4th time I've seen this. If these 3 can't find a roommate, nobody can find a roommate. Francesca, Ava, and Ava. Okay, great job with that. 2 of the same names. And what's with all the yelling? What is with all the yelling? There is no excitement to me.
Why do you care? What does this
It's
matter?
a bullshit egg. It's bullshit.
It's the internet.
It's
Keep
bullshit.
moving. Just keep
It's bullshit.
swiping.
It's a bullshit egg with a bunch of suckers that I don't know. What's the scam here, though? What is the scam?
I don't
Your
know.
credit card number? I mean, what's the scam?
What
Yeah.
is this?
No, that's a scam. You have to give them your information because you got to pay up front. So it's like, hey, we'll just send me your bank information and we'll
Nobody's
pull the
doing
money.
that.
We
Nobody's
talk
If
to
you
anybody
think you're
from our
gonna
wrestling
hook up with-
community into doing this.
If you think you're going to hook up with them, yes, you will. People don't think with the right head sometimes.
I don't think so.
I think there are stupid people out there.
There are.
What about when a classic spam email? Where it's like, "Hi, I have a presentation for you with such and such a dollar." Blah, blah. Who's responding to this?
Why'd you choose me, the car salesman? So you just picked me out of a hat, huh? Anyway, bullshit egg. That's all I'm saying. It's just a bullshit egg, and I've seen it 4 times now. They should have found a roommate by now if this is real. Okay?
True.
These girls have no problem finding a roommate. Trust me. All right, Bryant. Or who's up? Matt?
Matt.
Come on, Matt.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Mine is it's pretty simple here. I think it's bullshit when people blame their text typos on autocorrect. Sure, everyone makes typos, and everybody falls victim to an autocorrect that you wish didn't happen, but you still pressed send on your own. You could have read it. You could have proofread. You could have edited. Nowadays, you can even edit after you send it.
To a point.
I used to work with this woman who her built-in email signature said, "Please excuse typos. I'm using a cell phone," or something like that. No, I will not excuse your typos because you're using a cell phone. That is a primary means of communication for many people. Get it right.
I had a friend that did that, or a guy I worked with that did that. It must be a thing.
And if you do make a typo, that's okay too. Just don't go making a bullshit excuse that it was autocorrect's fault. Like an older family member of mine that's like, "Matt, next time I see you, I want you to turn it off." No, you need that shit on. I promise you. Bullshit.
You know what's bullshit about the whole thing you're doing? The bullshit is that they're not necessarily blaming autocorrect. They're just explaining autocorrect. I don't know if it's like they're just explaining to you that they didn't call you a ridiculous word like lizard instead of a word that probably isn't in the dictionary. Autocorrect. Yes, they sent it. Sometimes we move a little fast, madam. Not everybody has to proofread all their text before they send it. I don't know how long you're in front of your phone doing this.
I said it was okay to make mistakes. It's not okay to blame it on autocorrect.
You know, I just wonder if they have a friend, colleague, I don't know, maybe someone named Matt, who points out all of their incorrect spellings and mispronunciations on words to make them go, "Oh, it was autocorrect. That was autocorrect, not me. That was autocorrect."
He's the Ross Geller of the cell phone community with autocorrect.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
You know, I'm peek behind the curtain here. If I had $1 for every time I had been corrected on the word "your" or "to" or anything or something by Matt here, I'd be so goddamn rich right now.
You should know the difference between the twos. It's a fucking travesty if you don't.
There's another one you correct me on a lot, and I just stopped doing it because I just know it angers you now.
I don't even know.
I just stopped texting the group chat.
I mean, I know that I know that it's there's a Matt thing happening here because I know that it is prolonged the more that I draw attention to it. That's my fault.
Anyway, great.
Here we go.
Great. Well, I liked it though. It's pretty funny. So that brings us to the omelet of the week. Now, I don't know if I really did this entirely correctly. I'm not going to go down a history of what this is. So we all love our shows. We have our television shows that we like, the ones that are near and dear to our heart that we've watched over and over again. Maybe some we've gone through once. Okay. But there's always that couple on there that you were rooting for, the couple there that should have been together that didn't end up together. You're like, what happened here? Like, did they miss the boat, or am I in the wrong? Like, for instance, Friends. It's a show that most people have seen. I would say most people have seen it in some capacity. The story throughout the series was Ross and Rachel. Would they get back together? Were they really on a break? Was he in the wrong? Were they ever going to both be single again? Or was she going to move to Paris? Well, he did. I mean, I'm sorry for the spoilers, guys, but it's a 20-year-old show now. Ross and Rachel ended up together, and I don't think it would have been okay any other way. But man, oh man, there's a lot of sexual tension through these shows. A lot of shows where they don't end up together. So, my fellow eggs, before I read my list, I did give a little bit of homework, and I would like to see if we have anything similar. So, who would like to go first and tell me about the couples that you wish would have made it, or even didn't make it? Because I'm not going to do this again.
All right. If you don't mind, I'm going to go first, Bryant. Is that okay?
No, please, by all means.
Look at that.
Stunning, stunning. Here we go.
Jeez.
Okay. I'll explain. First of all, I want to add the qualifier that it's okay if these people at one point hooked up or something, but they didn't end up together, right?
Correct.
That's the
Correct. Yes,
okay.
correct.
I mean, I would say all mine hooked up.
Okay, so I have three quick ones that I think are not very good. Those are the ones I'm going to share with you right now that
Awesome.
I came up with.
I love a half-ass way. Go ahead.
No, it wasn't half-ass. I just wasn't good at this one. Later, after we rotate back to me, I will share fan submitted, and I think he did a great job. So here's my shit job, and the reason why I jumped in is because two of them are from Friends.
Who?
Phoebe dated the Hank Azaria character, David the scientist. Seemed like, of course, everybody on the show dated a lot of people. Seemed like that was the one that she was truly in love with. They were together, they weren't together, it never worked out. And that one stuck with me.
I like that.
Was not a central storyline of the show like Ross and Rachel.
I totally agree with that one, by the way. I don't know if you want us to comment at the end, but I think
go ahead.
I feel like that his name was David, I think.
David.
He was the one that got away because he had to go to some ridiculous out of country for something, and she was in love with him.
Yep. Similarly, the only real relationship or somebody that it seemed like Joey had real feelings for on Friends was I think it was an early episode, and it was a fellow actress named Kate. And I think he sought after her, and she might have been dating another actor or the instructor or something. I didn't rewatch the episode. I'm sorry. But, she got away, and they never mentioned it again. And that's not usually how Joey's relationships were. They were usually flings. And he's the only one, right at the end of the series, who ends up without a solid future, which is why he had that failed spinoff.
Which is very true. And what stands out about that relationship was that it was one of the few relationships that he didn't have control of.
Correct. And finally, and I have a feeling,
Bryant,
I don't know Friends. I don't know. Shit.
Jeez, we're talking about this like two schoolgirls. And he's like, what a couple of dorks.
I know some stuff about Friends. I don't know a lot.
This is real detailed.
This is. I love it.
James Elkerai would love it.
So, and let me hurry up so you guys can go. Maybe Brian even said this one from Community. How about Jeff and Annie? There was always a will they, won't they vibe.
Yep.
The show wasn't really about that,
No. And I think Annie always had the crush on Jeff.
Yeah.
And Jeff eventually got to that point, but it was that exactly will they, won't they kind of thing. So, and it was always teased throughout, even up to the end, what would happen.
Huh? I never watched Community. But since you guys have talked about it quite a bit, I might have to check it out. Did it have a definitive ending, the show?
It did, but supposedly they're working on a movie.
Okay,
yeah.
but it
does
end on their own terms.
Yes.
Well, that's important.
Yeah.
Not a cancel and nothing.
Yeah.
All right. So those are your three, Matt, for now.
Those are my three. I've got three more from somebody else, but we'll come back.
All right. Go ahead, Bryant. Very good.
All right. Well, I appreciate Matt with his friends because, I don't know Friends, so I appreciate that. So I feel like I'm going to match one of Brad's. Okay. And I'll save that one for the end. So I start with Boardwalk Empire. and I'm going to go with Nucky and Margaret. Now, they start the series off getting together, and over time, Nucky realizes, Margaret is this ultimate good person. And they eventually, they drift apart because, Nucky is very, he's the evil boardwalk character here. And Margaret with her good persona, and they you could tell they loved each other, but they couldn't be together because of the style, their lifestyles with this. So I'm going to go with that as one. I have 5, by the way, so I'm just going to take up as much time as possible. Take up Matt's time that he didn't use. I'm going to go with. I loved Penny Dreadful. I'm going to go with Vanessa Ives and Ethan Chandler.
I don't have any idea, but good job.
Perfect. Did that on purpose.
But explain it.
Vanessa is the central character of the show. She has this way of communicating with the demonic world. She has these. She is kind of almost possessed to an extent. And Ethan Chandler is the character. He is a werewolf and tries to contain himself, but his role is also in protecting Vanessa. And so they have this kind of, again, it's a will they, won't they relationship where they love each other, but they don't feel like they should be together. So it's always that forbidden love almost. And in the end, he's the one who helps protect her and save her through everything that has happened through the entire series. So it's kind of sets up in that way. I'm going to do a fun one here. I'm going to go with one, and it may be a little controversial here, but I'm going to go with Modern Family. And I'm going to go with Haley and Andy.
Oh.
I love Dylan. Don't get me wrong. I love Dylan. But man, they were so good together. Haley and Andy were so good together. And you could tell that they just loved each other, and the care that was between them. Like, I love Dylan, love him, but I just felt Andy was right. He was the right guy, but Haley she loves Dylan, and you can't blame her for that. But I don't know. I just always thought those two were perfect.
I got to jump in here because
Please.
this is actually the reason I picked the topic.
Yeah,
is for this couple, and I don't think I see this. To me, Dylan is her first love. Dylan was a little like lost in the head, right? Like,
oh yeah,
kind of a pretty boy, but not the sharpest tool in the shed, right?
Yep.
And I felt like Haley, met Andy, and of course, at first they were at odds, kind of made fun of each other, and then grew to friendship, then they grew into love.
Yep.
And he was somebody that she would never have ever dated, and I felt like she outgrew Dylan. Her maturity, and even when Andy tried to be, I'm putting up quotes for those of you that aren't watching, cool. She didn't want cool. She wanted Andy.
Yes.
And I really think, because then she ended up with Dylan, had kids and everything. I really think I'm passionate about it. They dropped the ball here. They really dropped the ball. That's who she should have ended up with. They dropped the ball was a mistake. Yeah. It's the reason I did this topic. So there you go.
Oh, well, that's not the one I thought we would agree on, but
man,
Matt, you want to jump in here?
It's a slippery slope when you justify Brad so hard like that.
I mean,
I talk about this weekly. Yeah. Okay, every time Modern Family's on and Andy's on, I get mad. I'm like, damn it.
Oh, same.
They blew it.
Same thing. I'm like, that's it.
I love this. I just want to say, what a underrated character Haley was on that show.
Oh, yeah.
There are a lot of funny people on that show.
Yeah.
She was extremely funny, especially in the later seasons, because I think she had more screen time than the other children did as they got older. She was very, very funny.
I thought she grew as an actress, and like she just got better too. She just got better.
Oh, yeah.
She grew into that role. Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. So my last two are going to be from the same show. I'm going to start with It's How I Met Your Mother. And I'm going to go with Barney and Nora. Now, hear me out on this. Barney meets Nora. Nora's this British woman. And when they meet, it's kind of that instant, like I call it an instant connection. Like Barney had that attraction to her. And it wasn't just the Barney physical, I'm going to get laid kind of thing. Like you could tell that he cared. He did things that stepped out of that Barney Stinson bubble that he wouldn't have done for anyone else. Maybe Robin, which is eventually how this ends, is because Barney still loved Robin, but he cared so much for Nora that he didn't want to hurt Nora, but knew that he was eventually going to mess it up to be with Robin. So that's why, it ended the way it did. But I just felt Nora was the perfect person for him to get him out of the Barney Stinson lifestyle.
Someone to throw away the playbook for.
Yes, exactly. Absolutely. So, and then my final one is the one that I will die on the hill for forever and ever. Amen. Ted and Victoria. The Cupcake Lady, as she is known, because they didn't want to give their names out when they first met. And I will die on this hill until no one will listen to me anymore. They should have been together. They were perfect. It has been revealed later that if the show hadn't been picked up, she was going to be the mother, which just makes it even more frustrating for me because they had that. It was instant. I mean, you just knew the way he was with Victoria that was the woman. Like that was who he needed to be with. In later seasons, she abandons her own wedding to be with Ted. She
Weird
leaves
part, by the way. Weird part.
Weird part, exactly. Abandons her fiance to be with Ted because she loves Ted and Ted loves her. But then it's the Robin element, and that's what keeps it separate. Robin is
the true heel of this story.
Exactly. Yes. She's the heel if you think about it, she's the heel in both stories because she screws up Barney as well as Ted.
But that's the way it ends. It was never about the mother. It was always about Robin.
Always about Robin. Yes.
True heel.
But yeah, Victoria and Ted is the hill I will die on forever and ever. It was the number one. The second you said homework, I wrote that down immediately because I knew. But the connection, they were together. They had everything. And Robin ruined it all. So
well done. And of course, I'll be crossing that off. But to mention, yes, that was one of mine. And so was Haley and Andy. I mean, I didn't think we'd connect. We could do a whole podcast on that problem.
I didn't think Haley and Andy, but I knew we'd be the same on Ted and Victoria.
That one killed me.
That's why I left it for the end.
So very, very good. So if we want to keep this wrestling related, we always like to talk a little wrestling. I'm still rooting for Otis and Mandy Rose to make amends and get back together. But this isn't about wrestling today. This is about television shows. So I'm going to go back in time a little bit to a show you guys probably didn't watch because you were a little young. You're a little younger than me. And, a lot younger, Bryant. But Family Ties. And I've mentioned Family Ties on this show before. But one of the saddest episodes was when Alex and Ellen broke up. Now, I think what really bothered everybody about the show is that the season ended and it started the new season and they were just broken up. And you didn't get any explanation really whatsoever, except that he was alone and he was upset. They played this song at this moment. And you never seen such weakness before as you did from Alex P. Keaton. Alex P. Keaton was confident. He was 5'4" and he was confident because he could do anything. Funny thing, though, he actually married Ellen in real life. That is his real life wife. So she must have had to leave the show for certain reasons. Who knows? But that one got me as a kid. As a young kid, I felt for Alex and I really wanted that relationship to work. I don't know if you guys were you a fan?
I'm just not familiar enough with the show to know the details. I definitely saw episodes when I was younger, but I think I might have been too young to process. I think it had a maturity level to it, that show.
Yeah, I think you're 6 years younger than me, so yeah. So
I'm
for
just
me,
saying, it wasn't like a sitcom in the way that these other shows we're talking about are. Right. It had a little bit more.
It was a sitcom. It was like a growing pain. It was like that. Just second show. Well, I mean, this is actually my fourth now, if you really count the other two. But anybody watch Schitt's Creek here?
No,
I didn't watch it.
Well, anyway, so what this is about is it's the Rose family, and it's anybody that hasn't seen it, it is fantastic. It is funny. The Rose family were rich people that lost everything, but they had the deed to a town called Schitt's Creek, right? So they have to move into this town, and they're still wearing the same clothes, but they have nothing else. And they're very, very nice people, but they're very rich people, and they do not belong in this town. Well, the Alexis was the daughter, and she ended up working at a dentist office for Ted, or a veterinary office for Ted, the veterinarian, and they did not end up together. And it was It was good. Should have been. It was almost to the level for me for the Modern Family. They should have lived happily ever after. What they did decide instead is that she was going to start her own life now, because basically the idea of the show was is that they could do things on their own. But I really think they missed the boat there. They kind of left it open that they could do it, but the show's over, so they didn't end up getting together. Now I started writing one down, and then I changed my mind and I talked my way out of it. If anybody ever watched Cheers, I mean, I think the original idea was for Sam to end up with Diane. Okay. Diane left after the fourth season. So that was no longer the case. However, she came back in the final season and it didn't work out. But then everybody started thinking, well, maybe he's going to end up with Rebecca. Rebecca was the new boss. That kind of was the woman that replaced, well, she was. She was the woman that replaced Diane. And there was something there with her and Sam. And I believe they did get together a little bit. So you were kind of hoping for that. And then I'm thinking, you know what? In the end, Rebecca ended up with a guy named Don. Rebecca was a gold digger. If everybody remembers on the show, she was a gold digger and always was going for someone that she really didn't love, but she thought would give her a better life or a better career. But in the end, she married a plumber. And that actually speaks better about what I'm doing here, that she did end up with the right guy. She ended up with the guy she loved, not, and she grew into that. So I changed the whole thing. Now, my wife, on the other hand, she brought this one up to me, and I haven't watched all the seasons, but I mean, Law and Order Special Victim Unit has been on for 20 some years. And everybody is always hoping, even though he was married, Elliot Stabler would end up with Olivia Benson. Well, now the show's over, but it isn't over. So you can't even count this one because Law and Order Special Victims Unit is not over. And even though Elliot is not on that show, he is in Law and Order Organized Crime. And they cross over. There's still a chance for these two. And his wife's dead now, so why not? It's not over yet. It's not done. There is hope for Elliot and Olivia. But this one's going to be controversial. And it's the one that everybody's been thinking about their whole life, but nobody wants to say it out loud. There's been spoofs made of it. But the two that should have got together more than ever are Greg Brady and Marsha Brady. They're not related. They're not blood related. Let's just do it. They shared a room. They shared it. It was meant to be. It should have happened. Just TV, unfortunately, wasn't ready for it yet.
Did they share a room?
I think they had to at certain times. No,
Actually, I'm sure someone's internet history of step siblings might, show something that's a thing now. I don't know.
So,
that's all I got.
well, good work. Maybe we should have said at the beginning, this is our most spoilerific episode ever.
Nothing on this show is less than 5 years old.
Yeah.
None of our shows are less than 5 years.
We did nothing current.
Yeah,
and Schitt's Creek is fairly current.
5 years.
It's over though. It's done. Season's over. Yeah.
All right. If you don't mind, we might run along here, but I think that our longtime first episode fan, Jimmy James C, texted me 3 couples, and man, did he do a great job. I really think he did a wonderful, fabulous job. First couple, Jimmy McGill and Kim Wexler from Better Call Saul. Oh, God, he's so right.
I haven't seen it.
You are rooting. That, of course, is the spinoff of Breaking Bad.
I know what it is.
Bob Odenkirk, you are rooting for them. Trials and tribulations, ups and downs. Man.
No, that's a spoiler and a half right there, if you want to talk about spoilers, but go ahead.
That probably ended 4 years ago.
See,
never seen it, though.
So you're accepting the 4-year rule.
I've never seen it. That's a spoiler for me.
Yeah, guess I'm not starting that show.
Remember when I just said it was the most spoilerific episode?
We're going to have to say that.
All right, these other two are older. How about Dawson and Joey?
Yeah.
Right? I
100% agree.
From the first episode, from the first scene of the first episode. Right? You're thinking.
That's true.
Will they, won't they? It happens, it doesn't. And ultimately, it does not happen. Now, I'm hoping you all know this one.
It better be the one I'm thinking of, otherwise I have to mention it.
And this is a tippy top here.
Yeah.
Kevin Arnold
yes.
and Winnie Cooper.
Okay, thank God.
There it is.
From the Wonder Years.
was leaving that layup for you guys.
This is the perfect answer. Thank you again, Jimmy James C, for helping me out here. I could have just taken the credit for myself.
I thought you would. I would have taken at least the Winnie Cooper one. I would have taken the last one for sure.
But I mean, is that not the perfect answer?
That is the perfect answer. Yeah.
No, it is. And that last episode's a little sad.
It's a sad show.
It is a sad show.
It is.
Nicely done with the omelet.
Yeah, loved it. Thanks, guys, for playing. All right. So, speaking of omelets, let's have some breakfast for dinner, huh? What are you eating, Bryant?
I am the most boring man on the planet, I guess, because I think of like, hey, trying new things, going out and having cooking up something different. For me, no, because I live a very boring life and a very boring existence. So instead, I'm going to talk about a place that I went to for the first time, and I guess I get the appeal, but I don't. I went to Chick-fil-A for the first time, and I mean, it's chicken. It's a chicken sandwich or chicken nuggets. I don't know. I mean, the line to get in is a mile long because it's new, obviously. But I guess I see the appeal. It's good, but it's not something I'm going to just beat the doors down for. Waffle fries, cool. I mean, I don't get it, but I'm trying Chick-fil-A as my what am I eating, because I guess I just need to catch up to the times of all you East Coasters with all your fancy restaurants.
No, it's you know what? I guess when you talk enough about something, it's like the best movie ever, best chicken sandwich ever. Your
Yeah.
expectations. I mean, I don't know how much I'm really going to like this Buc-ee's when I go.
That's
See,
good.
and that's the thing with this. Like,
Hype.
you see the commercials are everywhere, and then people talk about, oh, Chick-fil-A, it's so amazing, and then you go there and you're like, you've hyped it up so much that now you're there and you're like, okay.
Yeah, I get that. What I like about them is it's one of those places where it's like a small menu and everything on there is good. And for a fast food place, I don't feel like shit afterwards.
Yeah.
And also, their fries are gluten-free for those who that matters to. And my son really likes it too, and he's super picky.
That's a win then.
So I don't know if I already talked about this on the show. If I did, it's just going to be a rerun. I am not actually going to talk about a particular food here. I recently bought a new grill. Did I mention this on the show?
No.
I don't think so. All right. I don't buy the good grill. All right. I look at them. I price them out. I look at the egg, the green egg. I want it. I can't pull the trigger. I just can't pull the trigger. It's like really good sneakers for me. I just can't do it. I I can't do it. But the problem is that when you buy a cheaper grill for a couple $100 is what they are, right? 200 to 300. It's finite. It's gonna last you like 5 years if you cover it. And let's face it, after 3 years, you're probably not covering it much anymore. It just starts going to hell. So we're like, we have this old grill, and there's been some stuff that's happened in this house recently that we've had some bad luck, right? We've had a fire, we've had the dog attack, we've had a tree come through the house. And I'm looking at this grill, and it's got like a hole at the bottom, right? Like it's rotted through at this point. The grill and I'm just thinking, with the propane there and everything like that, if it's going to happen to anyone, it's going to happen to my wife. It's time for a new grill before this thing blows up and blows her face off. So, new grill, and my wife is fine.
But what are you eating on it?
Yeah, how does that answer the topic there?
Well, I cook on it for breakfast for dinner.
Okay.
Okay.
Listen, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to cheat.
If Matt can do it,
I make the outline with everything I'm going to say in mind.
The correct response is, Matt, you do that all the time, which I do.
That's true.
So we actually had a grill for about 10 years. And I came home from work one day, and I always do the grilling, but on very rare occasion, if I'm out of the house and I'm coming home and maybe I'm running late or something, my wife Sue will like at least start, like fire it up.
Mhm.
So it can heat up. And as I approached the house, I said, "Oh, it appears the grill's on fire." So I walked around to the back and informed her that it was indeed on fire. And she was panicking, and I whipped out my phone and I Googled what to do. And it said, put baking soda on it.
Yeah.
And I did, and it put the fire out before it, got worse. Maybe she's not gonna. She feels like it's her fault. It's not her fault. It was 10 years old and it's greasy, and
Yeah.
I was fine with that being the last usage because I think 10 years is a pretty good amount of time to get out of
And
it.
obviously you didn't overpay for that one. So because I think a good Weber
Yeah.
grill's 15, 20 years, right? If you're covering it.
It was a Weber grill, and I thought it was mid grade. It's not like the best one you're gonna get, but not the not the cheapest one either.
Gotcha.
I was happy with the lifespan.
10 years, huh?
I was happy with the lifespan. And
Well, what do
I
you
grill a lot. We grill a lot.
so what are you eating though? Because you've taken over
So
my
for as much as I see the bullshit eggs reappear on the outline, I don't know how much I love this one reappearing because I like Bryant. I'm a creature of habit, and I'm not always out there eating stuff. I don't have these food quotas like you do. Like, oh, I'll have sauerkraut twice a year, but that's it. Any more than that's crazy. I don't
whose
have
voice
that.
is this? Whose voice is
I
that?
don't
Like I'm
have.
imitating.
I don't have that. So
Apparently, I talk like this.
all I have to say is, I recently had some sandwiches, and I put some pickles on the sandwiches, which I know can be delicious, but I don't always do that. And it was very enjoyable. And there was actually one sandwich that I had where I did not eat the whole thing. And then the next day, I remembered that I had a leftover half a sandwich, and I took a bite out of it, and those pickles were still on there juicy.
Are you freaking kidding me?
What?
What?
That's all I got, man. That is all. Is this the SNL slot?
Almost.
No, almost.
That reminded me of the whole wax beans thing with Newman. Or like if I take the cover off, I wouldn't notice at all from Seinfeld. Like we've hit rock bottom and we're talking about. All right, Brian, save us. Save us, please.
They old pickles.
Well, we are at our favorite spot here, the SNL segment, as we like to call it on the show here.
Shit.
But we're going to go with Easter eggs because why not? So I've got a few of them here. I just want to go over a few with you guys. And of course, with Easter eggs, we have to have our visuals. So let's start with one that we all know. Who here hasn't seen The Godfather? One of the classic movies of all time. But did you know there's a little Easter egg in throughout the entire movie? And it's something you wouldn't expect, though, because it's actually oranges. When you see oranges throughout the movie The Godfather, basically what it is telling you is that someone is about to die.
Wow.
Someone is about to commit an act of betrayal or be betrayed. So next time you're watching The Godfather and you see an orange, you may know the movie by heart, but now you're going to go, something's going to happen here. Now your senses are going to go off going, what scene's coming up now?
Wow, that's great. I had no idea.
I didn't know that.
So
Yeah, there's so many oranges.
That's a lot. That's a dead giveaway.
That's a dead giveaway on that one. So we got to now go to egg favorite, Toy Story.
Yeah.
We all love Toy Story. And did you know there's an homage to a Stanley Kubrick classic, The Shining, in Toy Story? Well, there is. The carpet pattern from The Shining in the hotel matches the design in the house for Sid, the deranged character who abducts, or I say abducts, but kidnaps Buzz and Woody from the
Toys.
From toys. Yeah, they're toys, of course.
Toy naps.
But toys, come on. Here we go. But the carpet match and this will follow into more Easter eggs later. There are more references to The Shining throughout the Toy Story franchise. But I wanted to point this one out as kind of the first little teaser of it, of the homage to Stanley Kubrick's movie The Shining.
That is very strange. That is very strange. You're saying there's more than one of these?
There is. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And then we've got to go for kind of an underrated Disney movie, and that is Hercules. Always thought as a kid, the musical aspect made it fun. You also have, James Woods as, 80s, but there's also a tie-in with Hercules and another classic Disney movie. So in the scene here where they're painting Hercules on the vase, you'll notice he's wearing a lion, or, he's wearing his lion mane to show dominance. Well, that lion to Disney fans looks very familiar because that is Scar from Lion King, that he has been now killed, obviously, made as a trophy, and is now being worn by Hercules. And it is a tie-in to tie the movies together and continue the Disney trend of, keeping everything together and in line.
And nobody likes Scar, so nobody's mad about this.
Yeah, nobody was upset with this at all because, let's be realistic, he deserved it.
He deserved it.
So I'm going to end on one more that does not have a visual, and it's just one that I found out about and I just love, and it is from The Office. So the question was always, there's the people in the annex, and then there's the people in the office, and what's going on with the people in the annex? You don't see them all the time. Well, as you dig around, you find out, you realize all the people in the annex were the writers. And they were purposely put in the annex so that way they could help write the shows and not be a part of the regular day-to-day production of the show. So everyone that you see in the annex, from Kelly to Ryan to Toby, they're all the writers. And that's why they are put back there, so that way they could constantly not have to be in everyday shoots and write for the show.
Tremendous. Such a well-done show.
Yeah, absolutely.
We didn't pick any couples from that.
Well, there's probably options.
I mean, can you really? Jim and Pam got together. Dwight and Angela got together. I mean, no one was getting with Meredith. I mean, come on.
All right, I'm going to say something here.
Oh, boy.
If I was Jim, I would have wanted to be with the Rashida Jones character.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So there we have it.
So yeah,
Rashida Jones, egg favorite.
Egg favorite here.
Egg favorite.
Yes. Wow. But those are my Easter eggs. Back to you, Brad.
We'll see you in a month, Brian, because I always love them.
Oh yeah.
Somehow that's going to make its way back in the outline. For the foreseeable future, we're not going to see, apparently, breakfast for dinner, so we don't have to hear about a pickle.
A one-day-old pickle.
One day. I can't believe you talked that long about it.
That's what was impressive.
I was like wondering what else is on this sandwich, and it was nothing. Oh, well, that's going to do it for us, guys. This was a lot of fun. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Matt, why don't you go ahead and hit us with the socials?
Well, we are 3 eggs are better than one, and we are pickled up every Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else you get your podcasts. Find us on YouTube at 3 eggs are better than one. The number 3, the letter R, the number 1. Follow us on X, Blue Sky, Instagram, and TikTok at 3 eggs are better. The number 3, the letter R. And our individual accounts at Yes Man Brad, at B Haremza, and I am at Purple Shirt Guy Without the Eye. How about some 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts? And please comment on our YouTube posts. Next week, Bryant is in charge. What do you got for us?
So I wanted to have a little fun with this. So this will be some homework for my fellow eggs. I'll just be upfront on that. Was having a friendly discussion, and we were talking some wrestling. We're going to make this a wrestling podcast next week.
Whoa.
Because we were discussing about how some things in wrestling are pretty ridiculous when it comes to gimmicks. And we were mocking some gimmicks, watching some old wrestling, and I thought it would be fun to bring that to the show here. So what I'm going to ask is, my fellow eggs, bring some gimmicks that you thought were ridiculous, but also bring a few gimmicks that you liked, that you thought were fun and you thought could get over. And if you'd like to throw in a gimmick match, you may as well. But gimmicks in wrestling are what we're going to talk about next week. And I've already obviously have my list for making fun of it, but it'll be fun for next week. So on that note, we thank you guys for joining us. This has been fun. As always, we've had some good laughs. You've heard about some bullshit. We talked pickles. I don't know why, but we're going to keep talking pickles forever here too as well. And hopefully you agree with us on will they, won't these in some TV shows. The egg timer's been set. We'll see you guys next week.